every time we have a UPF event, I will send out an email to them, say, hello, Ambassadors of Peace. The AI may be able to find words for me that will kind of like catch their eye.
But as I said, our church, they only send emails when they need somebody to come somewhere. That's when you push people away from yourself, because it's like a salesman, Hey, buy something, instead of like nurturing the client. I'm sure you've done sales, you
I
know.
understand what you're saying, Shamia. I'm aware of what you're saying. I think most church members a lot of them are very mature. They understand what you're talking about, but we need to learn what you're talking about. Um, yeah, which is to do the right do. I call it chumming. Means there's no,
Right, there we go. There we
it's
go.
just chumming. Yeah, I'm a fisherman also, and I'm very familiar with fishing and how to chum. So it's no hook. It's just nice taste, and no hook, no line. But eventually, we need to have something that brings them closer to parents, so they understand the value of what we are talking about. So our whole church community is on a learning curve. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, we all have some concepts about our history of the church, but we are going through an amazing era now of learning those things you're talking about, how to actually raise people up long term. I've been praying with some Christians online 3 times a week every morning for 3 years, and to learn about their great faith and understanding of Jesus. But I'm not trying to hook them. I've never invited them to anything, but it's just growing trust and friendship. So eventually,
Yeah.
yeah, those kind of things. So,
Huh?
anyway, it's called the Youth and Family Peace Day, November the 9th.
No, okay,
Youth,
that gives us
Youth
plenty of
and
time. That's
Family
perfect.
Peace Day.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. Okay. More list, increasing your list, right? And all these new people, they don't know anything about you. So first we gotta build your reputation, right? So we gotta first work on that series. Then we can work on the next series and the next so on, right? So that's the first batch is gonna be that one. So what is it made of? And what are the elements? Yeah, a flyer, maybe about the organization, if you have one that is on like a PDF, you know. Uh,
There is one. I don't think I can access it at the moment, but
okay,
okay,
yeah. But yeah,
understand.
what you
Right.
can do is that you upload it into
Yes.
you see here, you
Yeah.
upload that file in here.
So it can read a flyer, can it? An
Yeah,
image.
it can also read an image too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It saves so much time. Okay, now first of all, where is the location of your chapter?
I mean, it's Auckland, New Zealand.
Auckland,
Yeah.
Auckland
No, it's AUC.
chapter in. Okay, no. Please create a series of reputation building emails about Universal Federation chapter. Do you have a website?
Yeah, we have a website. Yep.
All right, so that's it, right? That's your site. Okay, so okay, we go to about, right? And then okay, maybe one of the first things to do before even anything else is to help you with your about, if you agree with me, help you with your about page because there's nothing written there. So when people come to your Facebook page,
Yep.
they don't see it. I mean, they see the post, but they don't see any. Usually, people first click on the about page,
Yeah.
and so here's the thing. Of course, the easy thing would be just go to UPF, the international site.
Yeah. That's
Copy.
what we kind of do. Yeah, we funnel people to there.
Well, yeah, but then when I'm talking about this page, I'm saying you could
Yeah.
just copy and paste from there, obviously. uh, that would be the easiest thing to do. However, that's not what I recommend. Ultimately, what you want to do, you need to make it sound really authentic. That is really, and it needs to be something different than what's on the international site.
Yeah, localized,
Right, there you
and
go, localized.
personalized as you're talking about it. Yeah, specific to our particular New Zealand activity. Yeah,
Exactly, and have that flavor. So archive, there is okay. Here, somebody wrote something about New Zealand here on the global site, on the international. Okay, UPF New Zealand holds peace building seminar. New Zealand observes World Faith Harmony Week. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of articles on New Zealand. Like here, Kiwis bike and walk on Peace Road. Now that's something cultural. See, for example, and that's very unique to the location. And sports, culture, all that. So working in Unity, religious youth service cleanup. You see, that's another one, very good one. It is assumed that about page is supposed to be very generic. Yet this is the page that is most referred to and most clicked on of New Zealand chapter. So what we did, we went and took different articles here and copied them. We copied all those articles, put them all into one document, and put them, pasted them into ChatGPT. And then we asked it to come up with a story style, authentic summary of all these different articles that we found on the UPF New Zealand chapter. So then it gave us this welcome. I'm Jeffrey Fires, the Secretary General, so on. I'd like to take you on a journey through our vibrant activities. So what I did, I copied and pasted this here. And I asked, please rewrite the following in a more emotional tone. I copied and pasted this into Google Docs. So it says here our story. First of all, it doesn't say about us or mission, things like that. It simply says our story. So who doesn't want to read the story, right? I'm Jeffrey Fires. I greet you with a heartfelt Maori Karakia prayer. Now that's making it very local and culturally relevant to New Zealand. So when they arrive there, they know this is coming from, it's an authentic story that has to do with the local chapter. So we're giving that authenticity. So UPF New Zealand roots are in the profound idea that peace is possible when we transcend our differences and work together for the common good. So in one sentence, we pretty much gave the entire, pretty much the meaning of what UPF does. By the way, we started with I'm Jeffrey Fires, not UPF greets you, but Jeffrey Fires greets you. That's personal. You got the word I here. Immediately, people feel welcome when you greet people with the actual person as an actual person, rather than this generic thing that we saw over here as far as the UPF mission. There are many critical challenges facing our world, so it's very impersonal. It's like it's talking to, we don't know who is it talking to. Is it talking to me? Is it talking to? It's not. It's very generic, right? I don't feel welcome when I don't feel warm. So then we right away, again, the whole thing is written as first person. let me tell you the recent story of our chapter briefly. So, again, story. We're not saying mission or any words like that, just story. Recent story of our chapter. Now, I made up some dates here, one after the other, 2022, 2021, but they're not really the actual dates. But nevertheless, I just wanted to bring some continuity into that throughout the whole story. So I gave it a date. So in 2020, we began by honoring the legacy of our founder at so and so place. So there's an actual place in New Zealand. So we're mentioning the actual place. So it's real. So we continued with the Road Peace Project in 2021, and then we go into real names and real people, uh, which is, again, it's all mentioned in in some of the articles that is already there, which they can get more information about later on. But the point is that we just getting a little sample of actual events, actual happenings in this about page. So it's not generic again. It's a specific. There's actually little stories within the story. In other words, Ethan Williams biked and walked alongside each other. So we're following a story again. So, and then we move on to RYS. Now, again, all these things that happen far from each other, but it seems like it all happened as if they all happened one after the other. It feels like, you want to know what happened next. And it's this feeling of it's all one story, and it's all connected. So, and then you see all the different Sikh community and again the different locations in New Zealand mentioned, different people, different projects, but it feels as if it's all one story. It's not sporadic. It's not all over the place, and it's something that you just want to keep reading. We visited sacred spaces across Auckland, including Catholic, Hindu, Muslim. So each visit was a step closer to a deeper appreciation of the diverse tapestry of beliefs that enrich our community. Again, the word here, it says our community, which is again the local community. It's not saying, we're not referring so much to the world. We're more focusing on the local place and the local community. So there's that. So somebody that is in New Zealand, when they read this, they see this as a local chapter, a local place to come to. There's an actual community there that I can become part of. It's not something that is ordered from somewhere way beyond it in Korea. It's actually a thriving community locally, which I'm sure is, but it needs to sound like that. So in 2002, we spread our message of peace through events like careers and so on, and engaging students and faculty with our literature work. Then we say, please feel free to contact us for our upcoming activities. So the story is short enough and to the point enough so that by the time they get here, then we can put all kinds of links here for them to go and look at what's coming up and so on. So they just finished reading a story. It wasn't hard to read. It wasn't boring. It was exciting. There was adventures. There's all kinds of things happening in the story. There's all kinds of names, things to follow up on that they want to know more about. Who's this, not who is that? And so, in other words, you guys know different people. You're in touch with all kinds of people in your community. So they feel like, yeah, I better come to one of your community if I want to get connected to the local New Zealand, community. We're going to try to come up with your first page of your website by looking at what you just said, all the stories and everything. about your business and what you're trying to do. Reach out to your family and relatives and so on. And so then after we uploaded that, so we asked, based on below transcript, please create a landing page. Make it a from a first point of view, written in informal, personal, slightly emotional, seeking the author of the site to connect to her family and hometown she has been away from. Basically, she's telling about herself and her business and her desire to connect. Okay, we pasted it here. Even though this is a it's a personal site, but yet at the same time it's a business site. But yet we chose to always start with personal, greeting and basically from a first person point of view, and reaching out to the audience, which would be her family and Loretta's family, and prospects, business prospects. Okay, so hey there, family. I'm Loretta. I began creating this website because I've been feeling that I've lost a piece of myself. It's a strange feeling, like there's a missing puzzle piece that I can't quite find. So you were really drawing them in, right? And we're getting them to think, what is this missing piece? That missing piece is my family, my roots, and my hometown. So now the person that is reading this, if they are actually a family, they definitely feel welcome. They say, "Well, you're actually looking for us. That's great." It's like they really want to read more. For many years, I dedicated my family to serving God as a missionary. That experience shaped my worldview and ignited a deep rooted desire to help others. While I was away, a part of me yearned for the familiar comforts of home and family. Upon returning, I've poured my heart and soul into building businesses that focus on wellness and connection. So you see, the story just keeps going forward, and but it's relevant. Now they're saying, okay, she's finished with the missionary work. Now she wants to connect to the family through these businesses. Whether it's helping people achieve optimal health through water purification or developing AI tools to streamline business processes. I'm passionate about creating a ripple effect of positive change. But something's missing. I want to create a space here on this website where I can share my knowledge, inspire others, and most importantly, reconnect with my family. Again, it always comes back to the audience. She takes it through her story and again says, I'm here for you. That's why I'm making this website. It's not just for me to promote my business. It's not, the center is not me, it's you. The sudden loss of my mother and then brother was a turning point. Navigating the overwhelming cost of my brother's funeral was a painful experience that made me realize how unprepared many families are for such a devastating event. It was then that I began researching end of life burial membership offers. I believe everyone deserves a dignified farewell regardless of their financial circumstances. So we're starting to feel that really connected, that she cares about her relatives, family. She cares about even their burial expenses. So more and more she's connecting to her audience, and at the same time talking about the different businesses she's involved with. I'm not looking for a quick fix or a superficial connection. I'm searching for a genuine bond, a place where I can be myself without judgment. I want to build a bridge between my world and theirs, a place where we can support and uplift each other. So I am taking a leap of faith and creating this space. It's a work in progress, just like me. Again, very vulnerable, very humble, very inviting. not preachy, not not pushing people away, drawing them in. That I need you, you need me, let's connect. I hope you'll join me on this journey of rediscovery. Again, pulling them in. Let's find our way back to each other. Her name and also the name of her business.